In this video, we're going to be explaining why XRP will be breaking all-time high this cycle. Let's dive in. What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update, and man, does it feel great to be home. I was over in Puerto Rico. It was my first time to the island, and I just want to give a massive thank you and shout out to my local friends that gave me an amazing time there. If you guys want to check out some of the videos, pictures, I don't want to play any now because of copyright, but it was absolutely beautiful. From caves to mudding to ziplining to kayaking and bioluminescence, from going to the rainforest, going down natural rocky water slides. It was a beautiful time. And what happened while I was gone? Well, I got confirmation that I was looking for in the cryptocurrency market, and I'm going to show you that and show the XRP price chart. And I had no idea how much I would miss making YouTube videos while I was gone. So again, links are in the video description for my official Instagram. It's Kevin_Cage_official. All others are scammers. I will never send you a DM trying to get you to click links, trying to give you trading advice. There are scammers rampant throughout the YouTube comments, WhatsApp, Telegram, and anything in between. So please be safe. Now let's kick it off. And also just a little fun fact, I did do a video for Ledger talking about the new features on Ledger Live, the application, along with their cryptocurrency wallet, Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S, talking about the applications of buying, swapping, staking, and lending right within the app. So highly recommend that. And I did in fact upload that video yesterday. So here we are with the XRP price chart. On the far right on the daily, we have API3 in the middle, waking up and showing signs of life with the golden crosses forming. And yes, it did in fact take a week longer than I originally thought. And now we have DAG on the far left that is absolutely erupted when emotions were low. When we crashed from 10 cents and 74% drop to 2.5 cents, I said I'm holding. I immediately started looking for retracement levels and extensions. And what do you know? So I want to show you something very interesting. This is only how I am playing this market. I do not do leverage trading. I don't like the stress. I do large buy and holds. And I have one simple strategy. I sell at my targets and I do not change my mind no matter what direction the market goes. And I simply hold and wait. Now that is right for me. It may not be right for you, so please decide for yourselves. As I always say, there is no right way, there is just your way. Anyone that tries to tell you to do it their way and their way is the only way has some ulterior motive and agenda. So first I want to show you the DAG price chart and show you all of these moves and why I believe that this means XRP also follows suit and blasts through all-time high. So back in January, we took a position because we were looking during this bullish cycle. We understood that many assets did not have that blow off the top moment. So we took position into DAG at 1 to 2 cents. I've already known about this asset thanks to so many great community members. Now I know some people were in this baby at like half a penny. That is awesome. I got in a little late, but either way, I still think this thing flies to $1. So at the time, my strategy with this bullish cycle that was working very well with OGN going 20 cents to $3, things like this, making that $100,000 profit I documented. And now I was tackling assets at this time over on Cage's trades with any asset that had a golden cross between the 8 and 21 moving average and sometimes the 9 for a different type of insight that I wanted to see. So what happened is we took position at 1 to 2 cents. Good for everybody that got in before me. I just wanted to wait for additional confirmation. I knew the roadmap was strong. We combined the technicals with the fundamentals on this channel. And now DAG nodes for staking are going live in a matter of weeks. So obviously, I think it is safe to assume that this pump has something to do with the nodes, has something to do with potential exchange listings, and maybe all of the huge developments of ADS and LTX. So step into my time machine really quick, and let's just kind of see this wick to wick, and let's see when we created the previous all-time high price. So we went from under 1 penny all the way to 10.5 cents for a 1,600% move. Now, I personally did not think we were going to have a 70% crash. I said, even like weeks before, I even said, oh man, that would be the dream scenario. I'll just play basic support and resistance. And if you wanted to set a lower limit order, I would say like 4 to 6 cents. Little did I know, we crashed 74% all the way to about 2.5 cents yet again. And although I saw emotions were so low, this was when Bitcoin crashed from say 64K, 65K all the way down to about $28,000. Emotions were low, people were giving up, they were capitulating. I did not change my bias because I only invest in assets that I fully understand. And as the typical person sees this crash, they throw in the towel, they sell at a loss, they buy high and sell low. That's just not how I roll. I was immediately gauging Fibonacci retracement levels, extensions, trend-based fibs, you name it, and showing an argument on why I still believe that we get a big pop. And we got just that. And these crashes are normal in bullish cycles, believe it or not. Now, maybe not a 70%, but we have seen some other crashes, even in 2013 of a 70%. We've seen 50% crashes before they do one more blow off the top moment. Then I combine that knowing that Constellation is on very few exchanges. I have confluences on confluences on confluences that I'm not going to bore you with, and I did a really long video going over all of this on Patreon just a couple weeks ago. And maybe I'll show some of those clips at the end of this one if I remember. So what do these three assets have in common, and why am I making a case that XRP blasts off here while everybody else feels that we go to zero? Well, dag, fundamentals, nodes are going live in a matter of weeks. Well, what happened to API3? Well, when we were down here, what happened? Or I'd say around here, staking went live. And they are offering a very aggressive rate. You can go to API3.org, you click the API3 token, and as you're here, you can scroll down and you can click Go to App. And look at the annual rewards right now for their APY that they are rewarding API3 stakers. And yes, I am staking, obviously, because they auto-compound your rewards, your staking rewards. This is so powerful, and this makes your APY, provided this stays at 47%, when you're compounding these returns in a year's time, this return is well above 50, maybe even closer to 60% all in. You can click Go to App, and you can connect your MetaMask right now, deposit your tokens, and if you guys are curious in doing this or learning more about it, I would just encourage you to follow API3, their official YouTube channel, and they have all their little tutorials right here, extremely professional and extremely helpful. So again, DAG nodes exploded. API3, staking is live, getting in position to do just that. Well, what do we have for XRP? Do not forget about Flare Networks and Flare Finance. This is just a narrative. Now let's look at how narratives are spun and told after the fact, when you have to believe in an asset before the masses. Same thing with QNT. Nobody believed in it until it was $10 plus, then it was $80 plus. I believed in this guy at $4 to $5. Elgarand, I believed in this guy 15 cents, 20 cents. HBAR, I believed in this guy when it was 1 to 2 cents. And I was buying it when it was first live on exchanges. ADA, I don't want to talk about ADA because I sold way too much at like 15 cents. I don't want to talk about that. And now I'm showing you API3 and XRP, an asset that has yet to even hit its all-time high. XRP, without a doubt, has the strongest fundamentals in all of the cryptocurrency space. So these are on the daily, and as I just expect, slowly climb up, down, up, down, up, down. If it comes here, it's not invalidated. We wait. It is going to rhyme. It's not going to look like this. See how long XRP's been trending sideways before getting that pop? They're all going to rhyme. They're not going to look the same. If you are looking to be extremely analytical and you think everything is black or white, you're going to have a very hard time in this ecosystem. Now let's turn on the retracements. So I highlighted and made these before I went to Puerto Rico, and we can see I've been gauging this and wanting this to wake up, and great to see signs of life for API3, and API3 made it to the 236. And look at what we have here, guys. And I have this recorded, I have this as proof. I drew these retracements well before we were even at the 702. So, DAG, swing high, swing low. 236, beautiful, golden crosses started forming, came to the 702, consolidated, broke through right to the 1618 and 2, and it is just consolidating right now at the 2 at 18 cents. But the craziest thing about all of this is, where did that crazy wick go on KuCoin? To my top Fibonacci extensions between the 4.236 and the 4618. And just so you guys know how serious I am about this target, this has been a target since about February in Cage's trades in my Patreon. You use the 236 on the recent all-time high price back in August 2020, swing low, and where did we have the 4.236 and the 4618? Essentially at the exact same prices as we are here. So that is how I gauged those targets previously, because I love Fibonacci extensions. Fibs do not lie, no pun intended. And this is called a confluence. Now I use so much more than this, but we're going to keep it simple. And let me remove this guy. And now we're going to entertain the possibility that we get the same nice push with XRP and a variety of other assets. Now, do I believe that Constellation climbs up to these 4.236 and begins closing dailies at these levels? Well, I sure hope so, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit, but this is confirmation that I am seeing other assets follow suit. And of course, API3 Constellation, their market caps are minute, so it will not take much to push these assets to even beyond to the next level as well. And just out of curiosity, let's make the 236 here now at the previous all-time high at this level, and let's gauge what that would take us to. And this shows, $1.40, etc. So just wanted to show that. And so what we saw here, golden crosses, the EMAs, these are Fibonacci numbers, the 8, 21, and 34, all crossing. What do we have for API3? That very thing is happening. Golden cross here. Next up, golden cross would be here. So we want API3 to start climbing. If this does this, this is validation that XRP begins its climb. Now, I know some people are going to say it's going to go a few weeks and also we're dragging sideways. They're going to say, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, this is not based on timing. This is based off of targets. We have to wait. Is it going to be grueling? Is it going to be painful? Is everybody going to give up? And then boom, it takes one candle, one piece of news for the typical person to feel bullish again. Flare Network's launching, anything in between, a positive piece with a Coinbase relisting, or maybe they're going to just be talking about the lawsuit. They can publish one article and the average Joe will feel happy all over again because he sees a single green candle. We have to think differently than the masses. So we're going to be watching XRP. We do not want to keep crashing. We don't want to double bottom around this 50-cent region. We don't want to break through. That'll drive me nuts. What we want to see is a slow and steady climb, and we're looking for a parabolic moment. We want to break through around this 85-cent region and continuously climb. Now keep in mind, we go from the bottom, swing low. We're going to try to break through the 702. It's really between the 786, which is the key level. If you can break through that, typically, we're going to go to the 100% retracement. If we can get through that, which is $2, then it shows 1618. And of course, keep in mind that DAG, we saw it go to the 4.236. For XRP, that would be roughly $7. You know who else has a target of $7? My man Robert has a target of $7 to $13. Absolutely. I know blockchain backers calling for similar targets. I see a variety of traders calling for very similar targets for XRP. And now right here, guys, we're going to be looking at the RSI. The RSI does not lie, the Relative Strength Index. As we can see, for DAG on the daily, blasting through, piercing through this purple, coming above that 70 level for the RSI. And what happened? Well, we had a beautiful, beautiful bullish continuation and uptrend. What is API3 doing? Well, its RSI is looking very similar, and it looks like now it's going to consolidate for a little bit before we can pierce. So we're going to be watching that as well. If it pierces, it means we are on track. And yes, I'm aware that this trading style is entirely unorthodox. It is not by the book. I do not go by the book. I write my own book. And if this strategy doesn't work for you, that's completely fine. Please go, take what you like, discard what you don't. But this strategy alone has helped me make well over 7 figures. And now looking at DAG, we can see we're around the 40s, 43, 45, 46, just coming up. Well, what happened for this? Well, we started getting some good relative strength around this level. We can see we're around the 60, around the 58 or 60 for API3. And now XRP, we want this RSI to start cutting up. We're around 39, 40. It's very, very weak right now. But this means that we could be close to bottoming out and coiling. So we are waiting for this to cut up hard. And if you guys want to know a little secret, you can shave off some hours or look at the 4-hour, look at the smaller time frames and pay attention to what they're doing because you can see it's starting to wake up right there. I wish I could time it to perfection, but I am a slave to waiting. And so I just sit on my hands and I wait for this target to be hit. And when it's hit, they call us lucky. And here's a video I did for my patrons for Cage's trades over the DAG price chart, and this was on June 24th when DAG was around 5 to 6 cents. If you're bullish like myself, this is the level that I want DAG to break through and head, of course, to the 1618 and beyond. Since we entered DAG at like 1.5 cents, 2 cents around there, we've been talking about this level. The 4.236, even the 4618 is what I use. Notice this is all around 30 to 40 cents, whether it's this whole top extension. This has been my target since DAG has been 1 penny. And last but not least, let me show you another confluence of that 30 to 40 cent region yet again. Swing high, swing low, drag over. And what do we see? And this is across the board for every single asset in this market. Some have only reached the 3618 and others have blasted way beyond this. And guess where the next target would be? Because we hit completely closed in the 4236 to perfection. And how do you gauge the next target? What have we been doing? Well, we just moved the 236 to the swing high. So we're just going to move this whole Fibonacci up. 236 up top. And where is our new target? 30 to 40 cents. I don't think that's asking too much for an asset with a market capitalization of under 100 million, and Constellation shows the same thing on coinpaprika.com of 77 million. And on this website, this is marketcapof.com. If DAG had the same market capitalization as HBAR today, it would be valued at 70 cents. My target of 30 to 40 cents is exactly half of this market capitalization. Now, does that mean that DAG cannot surpass $1 someday? Absolutely not. But the foreseeable targets for me per the fibs on multiple levels shows 30 to 40 cents. And guys, this is something that I will show in future videos. It is an absolute must see. So I know Blockchain Backer, a personal favorite, great guy. He has shown many times that BTC coming through, hitting this 3618 extension, then rejecting and making a case that essentially we recover out of this, whether it's an aggressive V-shaped recovery or we just get a kind of a slow and steady grueling climb out. I actually am really agreeing with this sentiment because I took what he was doing and I actually went through some other assets that I like, and I was going through some personal ones and micro caps and looking at similarities, looking at different time frames, and looking at assets that hit the 3618, come down, form this cup, whether it's a slow recovery or a very aggressive one, and then they pop out and hit one more blow off the top moment at these higher levels. And this is exactly what I'm seeing for many alts, such as XRP. This was a 30-minute video I did for Patreon 2 weeks ago, going through the Bitcoin cycles, talking about the retracements, talking about riding these moving averages and key support levels, calling for DAG to hit these prices, which it did, talking about assets like API3, XRP, Ramp, different assets that top out at the 4.236 Fibonacci extension, coming down and then resetting. Now this is when API3 was at $2.11 just 2 weeks ago. Now we're closing up around $3.50 or $4. And these algorithms just reset and restart. And nonetheless, guys, I hope you tune into future videos. We're going to be going over specifically all the XRP fundamentals and the news that has just been cascading. We are still awaiting for BTC to make a decision. Is this a head and shoulders pattern where it will come through and we get the bearish scenario? Or do we in fact get one more pop off as we hit the 3618 and the 2618? And we finally retrace and get one more blow off the top around these levels with this ascending channel before the bear market begins. And as we're well aware, guys, many BTC analysts and technical analysts in this space are essentially forecasting that this bullish cycle could go well into 2022. Links are in the video description, and I will catch you in the next one.